Dario Amodei, the CEO of Anthropic, publicly predicted a 70 to 80% chance that we'll see $1 billion one-person company by the end of 2026. Sam Altman said he has a private group chat with tech CEOs placing bets on when it'll happen. And the data backs them up. 42 million Americans already run solo businesses, and a McKinsey study found the ones using AI earn $127 per hour on average, 4.2 times more revenue per hour than the ones who don't. But here's the problem: everyone on YouTube is telling you to build a SaaS app, learn to wipe code, ship a product. The reality: more than 99% of AI apps never make $100. Today, I'm going to show you a different path, one that requires zero coding, zero startup capital, and can realistically get you to $10,000 a month in 30 days using one single tool: Claude Code. Here's the mental shift that changed everything for me. Stop trying to build products. Start selling services. But let AI do the actual work. Think about it. A product, an app, a SaaS tool requires months of development, thousands of dollars, and you're gambling that anyone will even pay for it. A service is the opposite. You sell a promise first. Someone pays you money. Then you deliver using AI. Zero startup cost, zero risk. You get paid before you build anything. And here's what most people don't realize: clients don't care if AI does the work, they care about results. If you hand someone a perfect code audit, a working dashboard, or a content system that generates leads, they don't care if it took you 2 hours with Claude Code or 2 weeks with a team of 5. Results are what matter. The kitchen could be run by robots. All the customer cares about is how the food tastes. An AI powered service is just a traditional service: code reviews, automation, content, internal tools, except AI handles 90% of the execution. You bring the expertise, the client relationship, and the quality control. Claude Code does the heavy lifting. So, why Claude Code specifically? Why not just use ChatGPT or Cursor or Copilot? Three reasons. First, context window. Claude Code has a 1 million token context window. That's 8 times larger than Cursor or Copilot. This means you can feed it an entire client code base, every file, every dependency, every config, and it understands the whole thing at once. No chunking, no losing context halfway through a task. Second, autonomous execution. Claude Code doesn't just suggest code, it reads files, writes files, runs commands, creates Git commits, fixes its own errors, and executes test suites. You describe what you want, it builds it end to end. It scored 80.8% on SVE Bench, the industry benchmark for solving real GitHub issues across multiple files. That's the highest score of any AI tool, period. Third, it plugs into everything. Through MCP servers, Claude Code connects directly to databases: Slack, Jira, GitHub, Sentry, whatever tools your client uses. You're not copy pasting between apps, you're working inside their actual stack. And here's the number that should get your attention: 4% of all public GitHub commits are now authored by Claude Code. That's 326,000 commits every single day. This isn't a toy. It's a production grade development tool that costs $20 a month. All right, let me show you the 5 specific services you can start selling this week. These are real services that real people are charging real money for right now. Number 1, code audits. You review a client's code base for security vulnerabilities, performance bottlenecks, and technical debt. Typical price: $3,000 to $8,000 per audit. Number 2, internal tools. You build custom dashboards, admin panels, CRMs, or reporting tools that would cost them 50,000 at a dev shop. Typical price 5 to 15,000 per project. Number 3, content systems. You build automated pipelines that generate blog posts, email sequences, or social media content at scale. Typical price 2 to 5,000 per month on retainer. Number 4, automation workflows. You automate repetitive business processes like data entry, lead qualification, invoice processing, or employee onboarding. Typical price maintain 2 to 5,000 per month. And number 5, AI chatbots, customer support bots, lead capture bots, appointment booking systems. Typical price $2,500 to $15,000 to build plus a monthly retainer. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds great, but can Claude Code actually deliver this? Let me show you. Let's start with service number 1, code audits. This is the easiest entry point because it requires the least setup. Here's exactly how it works. A client sends you access to their GitHub repo. You clone it, locally open Claude Code, and give it one prompt. Audit this entire code base. Check for security vulnerabilities, performance bottlenecks, outdated dependencies, and technical debt. Generate a professional report with severity ratings and specific fix recommendations. Claude Code reads every file in the repo. Remember, 1 million token context. It analyzes the architecture, traces data flows, checks for SQL injection, cross-site scripting, authentication issues, missing input validation, N+1 queries, memory leaks, and dozens of other patterns. 20 minutes later, you have a detailed report. Professional formatting, severity levels, specific code references, actionable recommendations. Now you clean it up, add your expert commentary, prioritize the findings based on business impact, and deliver it as a polished PDF. Total time invested, maybe 2 hours. You charge $3,000. The client would have paid a security consultancy 15 to 20,000 for the same thing. Everyone wins. Do 4 of these a month and you're at $12,000. That's service number 1. Service number 2, building internal tools. This is where the money gets serious. Every business has at least one spreadsheet that should be a real application. A sales tracker in Google Sheets, an inventory system held together with duct tape, a reporting workflow that takes someone 3 hours every Friday. You build the replacement. Here's what this looks like in practice. A client says, we need a dashboard that shows our sales pipeline, revenue by product line, and team activity. It pulls from our database and updates in real time. You open Claude Code and describe exactly that. Claude Code generates a full React application. Database queries, charts, filters, authentication, responsive layout, the whole thing. On benchmarks, Claude Code builds a complete React dashboard in 47 minutes. A REST to GraphQL migration in 1 hour, 17 minutes. These aren't toy demos. These are production-ready applications. You deploy it, hand over the credentials, and the client has a tool that would have cost them 50 to 100,000 at a development agency. You charge $5 to $15,000 per project. 2 projects a month. That's $10 to $30,000. And here's the multiplier. Every tool you build teaches you patterns. Your second dashboard takes half the time. Your fifth one takes a quarter. Service number 3, content systems on retainer. This is the recurring revenue play. Here's the pitch. You go to a business and say, I'll build you an automated content engine that produces SEO optimized blog posts, email sequences, and social media content every single week. Fully managed. You just approve and publish. Behind the scenes, here's what you're doing with Claude Code. You build a content pipeline. Claude Code generates blog posts based on keyword research, optimizes them for search, formats them with proper headers and internal links, creates matching email sequences, and drafts social posts. You spend about 15 minutes per client per day reviewing and polishing the output. The client thinks they hired a content team. They're paying you $3,000 a month. You have 4 clients. That's 12,000 a month on about 1 hour of actual work per day. And because this is a retainer, it's recurring revenue. You're not hustling for new projects every month. Once a client sees results, better search rankings, more traffic, more leads, they don't cancel. They ask for more. This is the model that scales. One person I found in my research, a solo developer running an AI content agency, 10 clients at 3,000 a month. That's 360,000 a year. One person, AI doing the work. Let's talk numbers because I don't want this to feel theoretical. Here are 3 realistic paths to $10,000 a month. Path A, the retainer model. 5 clients paying $2,000 a month each. You deliver a recurring service, content, automation maintenance, ongoing development. Total, let's say, 10,000 a month with predictable income. Path B, the project model. 2 projects per month at 5,000 each. Internal tools, chatbot builds, automation setups. You deliver, you invoice, you move on. Total 10,000 a month. Path C, the hybrid. One large retainer client at 4,000 plus 2 smaller audits or projects at 3,000 each. Total 10,000 a month with a mix of stability and upside. Now, here's the key insight. AI skilled freelancers complete projects 3 to 5 times faster than traditional developers while charging the same rates. Demand for AI freelance skills grew 109% year over year, and AI specialists command 25 to 60% higher rates than generalists. The entire tech stack to run this business, Claude Code, a few API subscriptions, maybe a hosting service, costs $75 to $150 a month. Compare that to hiring even one virtual assistant at $600 to $1,000 a month. The margins are insane. Now, which of these services should you sell? This depends on your background, and I want to be specific. If you have a developer background, even if you're junior, code audits and internal tools are your sweet spot. You already speak the language. Claude Code amplifies your speed by 5 to 10x. You can review code bases, spot architectural issues, and deliver production code faster than a team of 3. If you come from marketing, content, or copywriting, content systems and SEO optimization are your lane. You understand what good content looks like. Claude Code handles the volume. You provide the strategy and quality control. If you're in operations, project management, or business analysis, automation workflows are perfect. You understand business processes better than developers do. You see the inefficiencies. Claude Code builds the fix. And if you have no technical background at all, start with AI chatbots or content systems. These are the most forgiving entry points. Claude Code handles all the technical work. You handle the client relationship and ensure the output meets their needs. The point is, you don't need to be a full stack developer. You need domain knowledge in one area, and Claude Code fills the technical gaps. Pick the service closest to what you already know. Don't try to learn everything. Go deep on one thing. Okay, you know what to sell and who to sell it to. Now, how do you actually get someone to pay you? There are two channels and you should use both. Channel 1, outreach. This is the fastest path to revenue. LinkedIn direct messages work, cold emails work, and here's a tactic that's crushing it right now: the Loom video audit. Find a business in your niche. Spend 20 minutes using Claude Code to do a quick audit of their website, their code, their content, or their processes. Record a 3-minute Loom video showing them exactly what you found and what you'd fix. Send it. This works because you're leading with value. You're not saying, I can help you. You're showing them a specific problem they didn't know they had and demonstrating that you know how to fix it. Response rates on personalized Loom outreach are 5 to 10 times higher than generic cold emails. Target 20 people per day. 100 per week minimum. Out of 100, you'll get 5 to 10 conversations. Out of those, you'll close one or two. At 3 to 5,000 per client, that math works fast. Channel 2, personal brand. Start posting content on LinkedIn, X, or YouTube about what you're building with Claude Code. Show your process. Share results. Document client wins. This builds trust and makes your outreach 10 times more effective. Because when someone gets your DM, they check your profile and see you actually know what you're talking about. Here's your 30-day roadmap. I'm going to be very specific. Days 1 through 7th up. Setup. Pick one service from the 5 I showed you. Build 3 portfolio projects using Claude Code. If you are doing code audits, audit 3 open source repos and create sample reports. If you're building tools, build 3 demo dashboards. Post these on GitHub. Set up your LinkedIn profile with a clear headline. I build X for Y using AI. That's your storefront. Days 8 through 14, outreach blitz. Start reaching out to 20 potential clients per day on LinkedIn. Create 2 Loom video audits per day for your highest value prospects. Join 3 to 5 communities where your ideal clients hang out. Slack groups, Discord servers, Reddit communities, Facebook groups. Provide value first. Don't pitch immediately. Days 15 through 21. Follow up and close. Follow up with every person who showed interest. Book sales calls. Your goal is to close your first client this week. Don't overthink the price. Start at 1,500 to 2,000 to get your first testimonial. Deliver exceptional work using Claude Code. Ask for a written testimonial the moment they're happy. Days 22 through 30. Scale. Raise your prices. You have a testimonial now. Start building your content engine. One LinkedIn post per day about what you're learning. Reach out to 20 more prospects per day. Close client number 2 and 3. By day 30, you should have 2 to 3 paying clients and a pipeline of 10 plus warm conversations. That's your launch pad to 10,000 a month. Here's the bottom line. The tools are better than ever. Claude Code can do in minutes what used to take teams weeks. The market is exploding. AI service demand grew over 100% this year. And the math works. 3 to 5 clients at 2 to 5,000. Each gets you past 10,000 a month. You don't need to build the next big app. You don't need venture capital. You don't need a team. You need one skill, one tool, and the willingness to reach out to 20 people a day. Drop a comment. Which of the 5 services would you start with? Code audits, internal tools, content systems, automation workflows, or chatbots? I want to know. And if this video gave you a real framework you can act on, subscribe. I'll be breaking down more Claude Code strategies in the next one. See you there.